I'll make you a deal. You scooch over, I'll get you out of this alive. But you better think fast, because that ain't no birthday clown.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the top 10 greatest, funniest, and most disturbing Sweet Tooth moments in the Twisted Metal TV series.
Did you kill all of these guys?
Yeah. I mean, he did most of it.
Hey now, you nicked that nerdy one over there in the thigh meat. Probably hit an artery.
Number 10. Here for the show?
I'm definitely here for the show!
John and Quiet's introductory run-in with Sweet Tooth was an incredible way to follow a really solid pilot. This was the moment where we got an idea of what kind of clown we were getting with the show, and we loved it.
You're not coming to my show? Well, then the show is coming to you.
From the costume to the design of the ice cream truck, this was the moment that assured us that both Sweet Tooth and Twisted Metal itself were in really good hands. Plus, seeing some of the weaponry he was carrying in the truck showed us that this clown came loaded with all kinds of tricks. Number 9. The show itself.
And what happens after the show?
Well, you go on your merry way.
Really?
Well, if I'm being honest, nobody survived all 3 acts.
For someone known as the biggest killer of the West Coast, we weren't expecting Sweet Tooth to be somewhat of a thespian. Shortly after a one-sided bout with John, Sweet Tooth throws on a one-man reenactment of not a play, not a monologue, but a hotel itinerary show. John and Quiet's reactions to the performance were hilarious in their own right as they suffered through the bad acting.
And you have selected Express Checkout. Please leave your key at the drop box at the front desk. And thank you for staying with us.
However, it was just as amusing seeing Sweet Tooth try his best to sell us on shopping for apparel before closing out with a Q&A. Never had we seen someone so desperate for criticism instead of praise.
Come on, man, it was boring. I get it, you've been here forever, but you did a play about a hotel.
But didn't Mark Twain say you should write what you know?
Oh, Mark Twain's a dumbass. You gotta get out in the world, man.
Number 8. Becoming the best.
So, how'd I do?
Let's start with the positives. Passion. I mean, I can't even teach that. But unfortunately, you missed every major organ on his body.
Not to fast forward too far ahead, but Season 2 started out as beautiful as it could have been for our favorite deranged killer. While bringing us up to speed on where everyone has been, the show indulges in showing Sweet Tooth and Stu tracking down notorious psychopaths in a short-term effort to prove the clown is the king of them all.
I am a huge gossip, and I will tell everyone about Big Baby.
Big Baby? Who's Big Baby?
Isn't that you? Does he look like a big baby?
Hey, you're not helping, Stu.
It was somewhat of a character-defining moment for Sweet Tooth as the fight against Big Baby and Mama show that there are others in the world that can best him, just as we see later on in his encounters with Mr. Grimm.
I'm glad I didn't kill you back at Blackfield all those years. You just had to sit and wait, wondering when the end would come. Well, the wait is over! Stop it!
Number 7. Need a hand?
Oh, I found this one lying around, so you'll have to get your own.
Speaking of old Stubert, his meeting with Sweet Tooth is a moment we will never forget. Whereas John spent most of his time with Sweet Tooth on thin ice, the cold-blooded killer managed to hit it off pretty well with Stu at the start.
Butter there.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Tooth.
Firm grip you got there, Stu. Bet you had a lot of fun with that.
Granted, it was because of the mouthfeel of Stu's name, but this whole meeting showed us that Sweet Tooth can be a friendly and cheery guy. What with the friendly greetings, casual jokes, and nose boops. It was also an overall interesting scene between a character known to be vicious and bloodthirsty, and another character who is clearly facing a moral crisis in the post-apocalyptic world.
And I'm gonna be back for that.
Number 6. The Origin Story.
I don't get it. The show has always been called Two Scoops. They can't just add Billy to the title for no reason.
Marcus, honey, they have a great reason. Everyone loves Billy.
In case you haven't played any of the Twisted Metal games, Sweet Tooth has always had his ever-changing backstory. In general, he's always been this deranged clown who escaped from a mental asylum. But the nuances and connections to the other characters change from game to game. So it was fascinating to see Sweet Tooth's backstory at the very start of Season 1's 7th episode.
You'd still be living in a taxi cab if your unhinged father didn't go to jail. Go, take your mark.
Not only did we get a mention of Charlie Kane, the driver of Yellow Jacket, we also get a clear and concise explanation of his violent tendencies and how he ended up in Blackfield Asylum in the first place. Besides, the way this cold opener ends is hilarious and haunting at the same time.
Line!
Number 5. Anger Management.
Yesterday I really lost my cool, but you've inspired me to not hold grudges.
So, you don't hate Grimm anymore?
Oh no, I want to rip out his spine.
Jumping ahead a whole season, the 7th episode of Season 2 didn't give Sweet Tooth a ton of time in the spotlight. And yet, the brief moments he did have were some of the funniest. Some might have lost their minds over the exit pass sitting in the middle of the hockey rink.
Come on, Stubert, let's scoot out of here.
For us, the best part was when Sweet Tooth and Stu were trying to race to the exit. Mr. Grimm manages to cheat his way through the gate by hitching a ride inside their truck. Just as the clown's about to express his frustration over not being in first, Stu points out the other contestants before being interrupted by his mentor. Once again, the clown was bested. And he was bested by almost everyone.
That son of a bitch didn't get in our way, we would have come in first.
They,
No, Stu. No words.
Number 4. Going Home.
No snack for you. You're with me. Come on.
sure.
Harold, you're in charge.
One scene that lives rent-free in our heads today is the moment where Sweet Tooth takes Stu to meet his parents and finally move on with his post-apocalyptic life. At this point, we had seen him in a violent yet hilarious light between the way he took out the lawman outpost and his fight with John. But here was where Sweet Tooth let all of his anger out on both his mother and his stepfather.
So when the world ended and the cell block opened up, I tracked him down and I left them in here to rot. Just like they left me.
Both Will Arnett's voice acting and Samoa Joe's physicality painted Sweet Tooth in a significantly darker tone than we had ever seen him prior. That said, the tour of Blackfield Asylum will be unforgettable in both the best and worst of ways.
I don't need you! And that concludes our tour.
Number 3. Count Sweet Tooth.
Stubert! Ta-da!
Hey, I need some of those coins back.
Sorry, fresh out. This thing is gorgeous, right? It's real velvet.
The 4th episode of Season 4 had a ton of golden moments, but seeing Sweet Tooth here was the highlight of the episode. Instead of blowing all of their money on getting an assortment of weapons, Sweet Tooth buys a velvet cape just so he can wander around like Count Dracula and kill some random guys without getting caught by the snipers.
Watch this. I killed 2 other yo-yos like that the same way. No one even noticed.
Seeing him run around and pretend to be the Lord of Darkness was like watching a kid play pretend in the funniest way imaginable.
Sweet Tooth!
Catch you later, Stu. Count Sweet Tooth is on the hunt.
so it was unfortunate to see him quickly do away with the cape and persona after his scuffle with Dollface. Number 2. I'll Say When.
And that, my friend, is why I wipe back to front. Puppy wanna help?
The big question we all had up until this point was, when is Sweet Tooth going to get his signature flaming head? It had been missing all season up until this point. Well, the big twist. There's a reason why Sweet Tooth carries Harold the paper bag everywhere, and that's because Harold is holding a bottle of lighter fluid. As soon as he hands Stu the lighter fluid, us hardcore fans started going nuts.
Hubert, would you do the honors? I'll say when.
And the way the episode ends with his arrival had us so hyped for the season finale. If the car combat that followed wasn't enough, our favorite moment gave us even more carnage, courtesy of the clown himself.
Time to play.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Face the Tooth. Though it took a while for Season 2 to finally give us some high-octane vehicular mayhem, episodes 5 and 6 were well worth the wait. On top of all the gunfire and explosives, we got to see Sweet Tooth in his finest hours so far.
I've been waiting minutes to do this.
The giggling clowns, the flaming hair, the raging hatred for Mr. Grimm. It gave us all the action we had been wanting all season long, and it perfectly captured the spirit of the video games. Plus, it showed us that for this season, Sweet Tooth was going to be on equal footing with the other contestants as opposed to just mercilessly taking down lawmen left and right.
Now that's how I want to go. Earth-shattering explosion. And if I take Grimm with me, even better.
Which Sweet Tooth moment was your favorite? Did it make our list? Let us know down in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Watch Mojo.
You want to kill him now?
I think that's pretty obvious, Stu.
Well, cool. Go ahead. But no one will hear about it because we'll be out of the tournament.